He didn't know who was supposed to be there and so forth, and it was a startling situation. It was an accident, and fortunately, we're very happy that it did not result in any serious bodily injury or death.
Texas cop shoots son, mistaking him for an intruder. Good morning. I'm going to speak on it. There was a report put out on October 28, 2019, that a Texas cop shoots his son. It's a small report, so I'm going to read it. A Texas police officer has shot his son, mistaking him for an intruder, a police spokesman said. The gunfire rang out at the officer's home in the Dallas suburbs of DeSoto on Saturday evening. The police have not filed any charges and have ruled out foul play. It was an accident, said DeSoto police spokesman Pete Schulte. The son, in his 20s, suffered a non-life-threatening injury to his forearm, said Mr. Schulte. The police spokesman said the off-duty officer returned home on Saturday evening and realized it wasn't in the state that he had left it. He was so unaware that his son was at home. The DeSoto Police Department has treated this like every other case that we would have and we would have handled it the exact same way, said Mr. Schulte. The police have not released the name of the officer and his son. This follows the recent police shooting of Atatiana Jefferson, a 28-year-old woman in Texas who was killed at her home while she was playing video games with her nephew. Police reportedly arrived at her home after a neighbor called a non-emergency number stating that Jefferson's front door was open. The officer is facing a murder charge in that case. So the reason that I'm even reading this headline is, for the most part, because of the last two sentences at the bottom of the report. I'm not sure, or let me see, the last three. So I'm not really sure why Atatiana Jefferson was even brought up in this article. If a police officer shoots his son, then hey, you know what I mean? But to bring Atatiana Jefferson and to kind of link these two together is there was a reason for that. You know, they're trying to make or normalize that things happen. You know, things happen. Cops shoot regular people. Cops even shoot their kids. You know, this type of shit happens all the time, especially in motherfucking Texas. So it was very shocking to me to really see them try to tie this in. There's always some way they're trying to put a spin on things that shouldn't be spun. And this is one of them. They should have left her name out of it because it absolutely has nothing to do with Atatiana Jefferson. And what it has more to do with is how terrible the cops are in Texas. Not only do they kill innocent people, they shoot their kids. And at this point, if this cop thought that was an intruder, that intruder should be dead. So that right there is another situation in which is boggling my mind. It's like, oh, so this intruder, you didn't shoot to kill this intruder? Oh, his forearm, he's non-life threatening injury on his to his forearm. No, I don't believe that. So I do believe, yes, that's what that was really what I was getting to. I really believe that this whole entire thing is a setup. And, you know, to tie it into Atatiana Jefferson and that other young man that was shot and killed in his home by the white lady, Amber Geiger. They're trying to tie this in to make it normalize it, to make it seem like things just happen. And this is, I'm sorry, a cop knows his home. A cop is trained. So, a cop knows that he has kids, right? So it just doesn't make any sense to me. Now, of course, a cop could be burglarized, but where does this cop live? Is this normal that they have break-ins in their area? Because to me, depending on what area he lives in, this wouldn't be like the first thing that comes to his mind that there's an intruder. And if anyone around him knows that he's a police officer, then what person is trying to rob him? So, yeah, to me, this seems very much like a setup. They're trying to link those two together in order to normalize what shouldn't be normalized. And they had a son who probably was like, fuck it, Dad, shoot me. I don't give a fuck. I know you won't kill me. He probably wanted to get shot. White motherfuckers like dumb shit like that. So I believe Texas is trying, Texas cops and it doesn't, let's see, which police office is this? Spokesman. Okay. Oh, the DeSoto Police Department. Okay. So DeSoto, Texas, is in cahoots with those other places, those other departments, and they got some kids to go along with it and some cops to go along with it to try and, make this shit look normal. And it's not. So I don't know. What does everybody else think? I believe, in a way, this is a setup, because to me, they didn't have to add a Atatiana Jefferson. Now, I know this is a news article, and it doesn't say that the police said this, but just the way the article is very short, it seems to me that they wanted to get this out. I don't know how to explain it, but when I look at it, it doesn't, it's not even a complete article. When I looked it up today, they're basically saying the same thing. So, and there is also a video that I can show with the police officer saying, basically what happened, or the deputy saying what happened. And he doesn't even seem like, oh, it was an accident, it just seems so lackadaisical that it just seems like a setup. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, shit happens. When you have a police officer that is trained and shit keeps happening, that's a problem, right? So when they're trying to make it normal, that's also a problem. Police officers are trained. What the fuck is going on? That they're just shooting motherfuckers in homes innocently, and we're trying to make it normal. Like, police officers accidentally shoot people every day. Oh, okay, that's okay. That's okay. No, the fuck, that's not okay. And this shit is getting sickening. And so, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that this was just another police officer incident and it's nothing to worry about? Or do you think something is going on, especially in this article, in this situation? I definitely believe that something is really going on right here, just because it doesn't make any sense. So let me know.